Live, going live, going live. Okay, we're live. We are live. Momo, do you have the script? No, Momo, stop. Don't lick yourself. Give me the script. Give me it. And you're licking yourself. Okay. That's what happens when your only office folk is the cat.
Mm.
This is why I don't pay you. Welcome to High Class Geek News. We don't report the news, we say what we think about it. I'm your friendly neighborhood geek, as always, Evan Ransom. With me today is Jinxie.
Jake.
Everybody.
Mr. Jinx. Sorry.
Everybody's favorite nerd couple.
No. So sweet.
Later on today, we should be joined by a leprechaun. Hopefully, maybe. I'm going to bring a box of Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. Just ask him. Anyway, tonight's episode, Simpocalypse.
Oh!
And that's exactly when he pops up. I don't know what to make of that. Could this all have been a part of John Little's evil plans? He does have a pipe in that picture. Will you turn into a real boy?
Yes.
The monkey man? Hello?
I don't know. We see the picture. We don't see the... He says he's got no audio or video. Got a reboot. I assume he's talking about a cartoon series. Anyway. Tonight's episode, Simpocalypse. Guess what our main story is, Pixie?
The Sims is no longer a thing. Well, it'll still be a thing, but there'll be no new Sims.
I don't know, for me personally, I would argue the Sims are really a thing. No. Maxis Emeryville, the company that makes the Sims games, among others, EA has said it's pretty much done. It's kaputski. With no more Sims. Sims are gone. You'll actually have to live your lives instead of playing them now.
I have a lot of friends who play The Sims, and a lot of them are very unhappy. But then again, a lot of them just complained about something that would go wrong in the game, and then they had to call, and then blah, blah, blah. They couldn't get at their problems. So it's like, be happy to play your game. Yes, they're not going to be completely perfect, but it's a video game, a PC game, and you run around as people or aliens or I don't know. I've never played.
I personally never understood the appeal.
I've played the game, and I've actually spent time with people who spent their entire life on it, and I say thank God it's over, because most of the people who own that game, all they did was download mods for the game. They never paid for shit. They just pirated everything into that game and spent their life away doing nothing besides living false realities.
Gee, I wonder how they went out of business. Anyway. But seriously, it's just doing the stuff you do in real world anyway. The only difference is you can have sex with strangers and not have to worry about getting, like, gonorrhea, AIDS, a baby, or any other STDs.
Dude, they've had that for years. It's called just porn, dude. Just porn. It's called, and then Al Gore brought us the interweb, where porn could be free.
Combine the internet with a fleshlight, which you probably bought via the internet. You, too, can fuck Wonder Woman's vagina. Here's an idea. Go out there and live a real life.
Yeah.
There is always that option.
You can make yourself naked anytime.
That's very true.
And that's all we have to say about that. Moving on to the actual regular features. Coming out in movie theaters this week, Cinderella and Run All Night. One of them has Liam Neeson. The other one is a fairy tale. I'm going to figure out which is which.
Well, the thing about Cinderella is there's supposed to be a animated Frozen for Cinderella, so that's the main reason that movie's going to do a shitload of money.
It's Cinderella. It's going to be...
It's just another Disney's doing a live-action version.
So...
They're remaking everything. So, no, well. Not going to theaters this week.
No, we red box it like crazy.
Anyway, moving on to other things. We have coming out on home video, Alpha and Omega 5 Family Vacation. I had to look this up, and I vaguely remembered a movie, an animated movie by DreamWorks with Justin Long as one of the voices.
Yeah, I remember the first one. Yeah.
But now there's a 5. I don't know how that happened or why. I don't know why God or DreamWorks hates us. Happy Valley. Happy Valley. Listen Up, Philip. Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. Pioneer. And Red Sky.
Wow.
Up in first looks this week for movies, we got our first look at the upcoming He-Man and the Masters of the Universe is Battle Cat. He looked wonderful. He looked nice and vicious and everything I want a Battle Cat to be, at least from up close so far.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say is meow.
Please, everybody, forgive Pixie of the Jinx combination. She has suffered an injury and has said before we started that she feels like she was hit by a truck.
I really do feel like I was hit by a truck. It's not fun.
The truck, meanwhile, isn't critical. You don't know who can make it through the night.
Oh my.
We hope you'll be okay.
I'll be fine.
And speaking of things probably don't give too much of a crap about, Dragon Ball Z Fukatsu no F. Gave us the first look at the new Golden Frieza.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're such a douchebag.
Why? You care about Dragon Ball Z? I don't. I have memories of that show first coming to America, and after like 2 months of waiting for something to happen on that show, I just got sick of it. And keep in mind, when it first came, like
in Japan,
it was showing on UPN 1 episode a week.
Yeah.
no.
And not too long ago, we're lucky and cut the Dragon Ball Z Kyber, cut out all the bullshit. They actually got to in the episode.
Well, I heard there's like some recut version of it, but we shall see.
Probably DVD.
Maybe I'll watch it.
I never got super obsessed with it.
I don't know. I've read the entire.
I never understood the people that did. It made no sense to me. Like, how can you be so horribly dedicated to a show that literally has the worst pacing in television history? It makes The Walking Dead look like a NASCAR race.
Another left turn! Sorry. No, it's just one big...
And finally, our sort of first look at Jared Leto as he starts preparing for his role as the Joker in Suicide Squad. He has shaved his beard and cut his hair. That's right. He doesn't look a thing like Jesus, but he talks like a gentleman. Like you remember, you know, when you were young. This is the quality of humor you come to every week. Yes. I'm glad I can provide it for you. Oh my God. Okay, Pixie, you are no longer allowed to get injured. From now on, you need to become invincible.
No, what I need to do is become a professional klutz because I'd be rich.
You know what else would make you rich? $1 million.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be a good start. Definitely good start.
Last week, we told Emma Watson she can do better than Prince Harry. And apparently what Disney decided when they cast Beauty and the Beast was that better meant either Luke Evans as Gaston or Dan Stevens as the Beast. I have no idea who the hell this Dan Stevens guy is. Luke Evans, I remember as a Musketeer. And then he was in the Hobbit movies. And then he was Dracula.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's Gaston. And there's a leprechaun. Hello, leprechaun.
I think audio issues now.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yes.
Because I can't hear a word you're saying, so.
We hear you. Check
Back
your
to the
phone.
reboot. Back in a minute.
Nope.
If he reboots one more time, we're going to transport him back to the 90s and put him on Saturday morning television.
Step by step. Oh.
Oh God, no shitty sitcoms, no shitty sitcoms. Suzanne Summers, no. In movie news, we have a new writer and director for the upcoming Marvel Studios Sony Team Up Spider-Man flick. It will be Drew Goddard. It will be Drew Goddard, who was an alumnus. Who was an alumnus of Joss Whedon's Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. Anything influenced by Whedon has my approval. Last time I followed somebody who was an alumnus of Joss Whedon, I wound up getting to a show called Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That was a damn good show.
Back when there were a lot more Starks on the show.
I need to watch it.
I swear to God, if you re-edit that show and just put in nothing but the scenes with the Starks, it'll look like a Friday the 13th, but without Jason. Just one by one. Well, except for that one scene.
Oh yeah, we got a twofer. We had.
Wait. He's. Oh my God! He's doing the MTV I'm doing the scary movie game house thing now.
Oh, I thought he was the Smashing Pumpkins video. Dun, 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 dun.
You guys have me until my phone dies.
Okay. I figured.
This looks like so many of those crappy scenes for so many movies I've seen.
Oh my God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I can't fight Billy.
And our final bit of news for the movie section. The Secret of NIMH will be made into a live-action CG hybrid film.
No.
They're gonna slaughter like one of my favorite movies ever from my childhood.
That's not true. That movie will always be there. What they're going to do is remind you why you watched the animated version.
I'm actually okay with the concept of a reboot, but let's do it smart. Why are we taking cues from the Smurfs? Those were absolutely.
This isn't a reboot. This is a remake. There is a difference.
My point remaining. We're taking credit. Just let Lakia Studios do it. They need a good story.
Well, just re-release it theatrically. Save yourself some money. Make us all happy.
I mean, I'm perfectly okay with it getting on stop motion.
But here's the thing about it for me. Don't remake good movies. Don't remake great movies. Remake bad movies. Remake movies where you can either bring something new to it or was bad, but you know how to make it good.
Or so many of those movies, especially when we were growing up in the 80s and stuff, that were like, they could have been better. Reboot those. Make them better. Now you have the technology. Now you have, the time to put into a good script or at least a decent cast.
I was talking to someone recently, and I said if you were going to redo any Star Trek show, you should redo Voyager. Because it was a shit show, but what made it shit was it had so much potential that never got used by its head writers.
I actually have a funny Voyager story.
Dude, every Voyager story is funny, and they were led by a mad woman who liked to kill people.
This is actually funny. Okay, not many people understand this, but Kate Mulgrew Captain Janeway, is actually from the town in Iowa I live now. I actually work with her niece. Well, many of you know I volunteer over here at the theater. A few years ago, she was in town for our annual film festival, and the technical director who I do work for literally walked up to her and said, "You ruined Star Trek." Wow. To which she responded, "No, the writers did. You're coming with me." And she dragged him to every black tie affair in the film festival that year and paid for his drinks because he was the first person ever to look her dead in the eyes and be blatantly honest.
I have lots of problems with Voyager, but I have no problem with Kate Mulgrew. Also, I just need to get this out there because I keep hearing things like, Kate Mulgrew ruined Star Trek. Halle Berry ruined Catwoman. Hey, I got news for you, people. When the show's bad, you blame the writers. When the movie's bad, you blame the directors. Those are not actors' mediums. No matter how much they suck, they're not going to ruin something.
I've worked in theater enough to know if something sucks, you blame the person in charge because they're the ones that made the decision to put this person there, and they're the ones who gave them direction.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're George Lucas, didn't bother giving them any direction.
You just said, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll put some ships in there in the background. He'll be fine."
Those aren't ships. That's Hayden Christensen's face. Speaking of television, our home video releases this week: The Alvin Show, the complete series. Legend of Korra, Book 4, Balance, which now I have to watch because someone made a kid show that ends in a lesbian relationship, and I can't believe I wasn't watching it as it came on. Oh my god.
Cool.
Pee-wee's Playhouse, seasons 3, 4, and 5.
Yes.
Power Rangers, Lost Galaxy, the complete series.
No comment.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, season 3, volume 1.
Not a bad week for DVDs.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the 80s, 90s series. Because
God, I hope so.
That's the only one I think you would have to separate the seasons.
Yep.
I mean, break up the seasons.
Yep.
Moving on, we have a departure from Gotham. Jada Pinkett Smith has confirmed that she will not be back for season 2.
Oh, she just got done digging her eye out.
Yeah. The writer in me figured this out the moment she was cast because there is no such thing as a character in the comics named Fish Mooney. Doesn't take a genius to figure out what's going to happen to her before the end of season 1.
Pretty much.
Especially when your name is Fish, and pretty much the star of the show is a guy who calls himself the Penguin.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to get it.
We're gonna get it good.
I'm trying to find a way to make an analogy about penguins eating fish without it turning into an oral sex joke. And
I just feel the need to turn it into a penguins for Madagascar joke. Please tell me her last words will be, "You didn't see anything."
I gave you the old fish eye. No, anyway. We got a first look at Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin.
Mm-hmm. Gotta say I'm okay with that.
He looked awesome. As well as the article I read also had some input saying that the motivation for the character is that what he's doing, he thinks he's genuinely helping Hell's Kitchen. And he's doing enough good that the general people of Hell's Kitchen kind of see him more as a hero than Daredevil. So, yeah, someone's been reading some Marvel comics.
Huzzah! Yay, source material.
We also got the very first look at Melissa Benoist in the Supergirl outfit. And she looks weird.
Yeah, just a bit.
It's I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the angle of the picture. I'm already a little annoyed they put on a dark background. I'm waiting for someone in Warner Brothers to remember Superman's a colorful character. Color works for him. It makes Superman better. But something about the costume makes her body look unusually thin and small, but her neck long and her head big.
I think it's the patterning.
It might be, and I don't like that S shield.
Yeah, it's a bit. I mean, it looks like a reject rubber suit. It really does.
Oh, they took out the yellow background on the S shield, and I don't know why. It makes.
She's very, it's just kind of red and blue. There's a little hint of gold there, but there's not enough.
And it's that was a key dark thing. Red and a very dark blue again.
And that might have been the photographer.
Yeah. I am liking those pictures we see every once in a while of what's his name in Batman vs Superman, where it looks like he's actually wearing a fairly colorful outfit. Like it's still the same one for Man of Steel, except it looks very blue and very red. And that's what I'm hoping they're doing for that. But this whole mute the color thing for Superman thing, it's got to go. It just does not work.
Well, it's DC again. It's DC taking themselves way too seriously again.
Warner Brothers. It's Warner Brothers taking itself way too seriously.
DC's letting it happen.
Warner Brothers owns DC. They don't get a say.
So, see, Warner Brothers, you need to follow Disney's cue on this one. Leave them alone. Just let them do what they want.
Yeah.
Let them make you money.
Well, I think Warner Brothers is just confused because they don't understand how Marvel is succeeding by doing literally every single thing that they didn't do because they said it would fail as a movie.
Well, of course, because they're Warner Brothers.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, Marvel's doing all those things, and oh, look who owns the box office.
All right, I am going to attempt to get my computer to work, so I will be right back.
Okay. With that note, we move on to video games. Releases this week.
Yay!
Oh, yay. Okay. Yeah. Got to pulse back into Jinx. Okay. Video releases this week. Assassin's Creed Rogue. DMC, the Definitive Collection. That's Devil May Cry. Those who don't know. Resident Evil Revelations 2, Episode 3. And Sid Meier's Starships. Unfortunately, that put Nicki Minaj's Starships in my head. I think I hate you.
There we go.
Oh.
Yay!
John's back to functioning normal. Hey, John, are you excited about Sid Meier's Starships?
Maybe.
Well, Blizzard gave us our first look at 2 new characters for the game Overwatch. The gunslinging cowboy, McCree, but what really got the news going was the Russian heavy Zarya, who's a big, muscly woman in armor.
We like the big, muscly women.
And when I say armor, I am not talking about a metal bikini.
Yet, no. It's better to have complete protection. The European method of armor is never very, very protective. Now, with Russian women, they really don't need it, but we value our women enough that we feel the need to completely encase them in good Russian steel. Now, when we encase them in a Russian steel, it's like they take a small piece of motherland with them.
Okay.
Now, granted, the 18-inch steel penis is purely decorative. You know, it's meant to intimidate our opponents. So,
is it true that you use vodka to power the engine, to use as fuel in the engine inside the 12-foot metal penis?
Yet, no, it's not vodka that it powers it, because that would be a waste of vodka. No, no, no. We use European whiskey. That's about as useful as it is.
You heard it here first, folks. Thank you. You red bastard. Anyway.
Don't be jealous because our president is a badass and yours is not.
Right.
Anyway. We have release dates. New release dates this week. Metal Gear Solid 5 will be out September 1st. This has been way too long since we hit in boxes so we could kill guys that are just as horrible a shot. Well, slightly better shots. The Stormtroopers. Fuck it, they're Stormtroopers. Also, June 23rd is the official release date for the Fantastic. FF means so many different things in so many different ways. The expansion pack for Final Fantasy 14 will be released June 23rd, though you can get it early if you pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
And now, if you're wasting your time playing Final Fantasy 14, your best thing you can do is just to find a nice gas stove, turn it on, stick your head in it, and stay there until you cease breathing. Now, when you cease breathing, an angel of the Lord will come to you and smack you with a fish for playing Final Fantasy 14.
I believe that's called the Anne Frank Special.
No. That was what we called Toledo Surprise.
I thought snowing if you light it on fire.
No. You're thinking of the Cincinnati dry cleaner.
We're topical. In news this week, it's been announced we're getting Rock Band 4, and it will be released on the next-gen systems, the Xbox One and the PS4.
Wow.
I'm surprised people still care.
I'm waiting for the next Katamari or the next Parappa the Rapper. I would love a new Parappa. That'd be awesome.
Parappa would be the shit.
That would be
How long has it been since they released a Parappa game?
PS2.
Yeah, that's right. Right after PS2.
Jeez. Come on, people. Give us Parappa Rappa back. Also, HTC is revealed to be has created a VAR headset called Vive, which should be out later this year.
Yeah, Sony's supposed to be releasing theirs as well, so it'll definitely be the year of VR, I think.
His question is, which one of them will turn me into a VR trooper?
That will be the one from Xbox, and that's going to require a very large anal insertion.
Well, it's Microsoft. I think you have to be used to them fucking you at this point. Also...
Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to move on to the next story.
Let's just move on then.
Yeah. Also, NVIDIA has revealed what they call Titan X, the most powerful game processing unit ever.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've looked at the specs on it. Makes me want to build another tower unit. Of course, as I really only play Minecraft right now, it's not going to do me much good.
Would you call it a siege tower?
Probably still won't be able to play StarCraft.
God, whenever I look at the screen, I don't know what it is this week, but I swear I look like a red-skinned Telly Savalas.
You're missing a lollipop, but yeah.
Oi. I think my screen froze.
No, I still see it fine.
Oh, that's just me then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happened. Whoa.
Now you're frozen.
Yeah,
Well, Evan's frozen now, so...
All right. Moving on.
Well done.
I don't have the list in front of me, so...
Miscellaneous comments. All right.
Oh, wait.
I have
he's
no
back.
idea what just happened.
I don't either, but we've still got an addition of frozen Evan.
It's two of them.
I have two Evans on my screen.
Now they just need to make out.
Oh, yeah. Evan,
Well, one of them,
turn your head to the left.
Wait.
Stick
No,
out
wait,
your tongue.
no, it's an Evan leprechaun sandwich.
It is, yeah, John, you're in the middle of this.
Well, you've got to have the creamy white filling.
What's going on right now?
There's a very creepy double stuffed Oreo on Pixie and Jay's screen.
Wait, the one Evan though is totally rusty.
And he's gone.
Okay.
God.
I was worried that was going to lead to some kind of like time-space thing. I don't need a reading a blooper.
Okay.
It's
One
right.
for the blooper reel.
Oh, you did not. Moving on to comic books.
Yeah.
Our suggestions this week: Astro City number 21, Star Wars number 3 because it's awesome. Howard the Duck number 1, self-explanatory.
Exactly.
New Avengers number 31 because the closer we get to the Marvel Universe being destroyed, the more interesting this gets. Rachel Rising number 32 because I'm 110% a supporter of Terry Moore and everything that man does. Ms. Marvel number 13 because she's dangerously close to becoming my favorite Marvel character. Daredevil, you're in trouble.
Dun dun dun.
Shaft number 4 because this comic is surprisingly good.
Shut your mouth.
Well, I'm talking about Shaft.
I can dig it.
Silver Surfer number 10 because I'm a Doctor Who fan. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you've been reading Silver Surfer, you get it. Spider-Gwen number 2 because Spider-Gwen is just awesome.
Spider-Gwen does whatever a Spider-Gwen does.
Yes, whatever Peter Parker does, except she does it slightly better and has a cooler costume.
She can totally even. She can totally even.
Yeah. Speaking of she, Thor number 6 is our final suggestion for the week.
Bring on the tits and hammers.
God, I think Thor would be saying that even if the new Thor wasn't a woman. Well, Thor is still Thor.
Would say it.
Thor is still Thor, and the book still focuses mainly on him. It's the Goddess of Thunder who's a woman. But anyway, as for comic book news, we're kind of scarce this week on that. All I can say is that Marvel is celebrating the return of Howard the Duck with a series of variant covers showing Howard in famous pictures in history. I like the Times Square one and the one where he's hanging off of the flag. Oh, God. Oh, we missed you, Howard.
Indeed.
We had to make do with Deadpool while you were gone.
Oh, God, imagine the Howard Deadpool crossover.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened already.
That would be good.
God,
Oh
that would
my
be
God.
face. I think she just had an orgasm at that thought.
Wait a minute. If Howard the Duck becomes a Deadpool, does he become Dead Duck? Or Duck Pool?
He becomes Duck Soup. Anyway.
Duck Pond.
Duck.
What the duck? Anyway.
Moving on.
Are you sure you want to move on?
Not really, but let's go ahead and get the obituaries
What
done.
happens after comics? We are here to say goodbye to the dearly departed.
Oh, dear Lord, Evan. I keep telling you, if you're going to be doing my accent, do it correct.
You can't tell the regions, you bastard.
That's fine, you're bloody Welsh, deal with it.
The first one we lost this week, Daniel von Bergen. 40 years old. He was a certain kind of actor, what we call a that guy kind of actor.
Aye.
You may have seen him in things like Seinfeld, Malcolm in the Middle, Broken Arrow, Super Troopers. I believe he was the villain in that one. And Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
that gave us a nice body of work there, lad.
Mm-hmm. True, true.
Another man who gave us a nice body of work. Albert Masos, 84. He made documentaries. And to think, you bastards didn't give a shite about documentaries until you got your little Netflix.
Speak for yourself.
You're not a bastard. You told me funny stories about your man.
True, true, true.
And finally, there's no more dead people to talk about. I just want to still be using this accent when I say Uranus.
And her eyes, they shone like Uranus.
Speaking of Uranus, let's talk about space, which means we talk about science.
Science.
She blinded me with science.
Do.
Anyway, and I am talking about space. More specifically, the Dawn probe. I'm assuming it's a probe. That's what I get for not looking at these things more carefully. I don't have time to read them all. But Dawn is currently orbiting the dwarf planet Ceres. She'll be spending a year there, taking pictures, observing, just chilling for science.
Oh, come on. Let's be honest here. We've got a dozen NASA scientists sitting in a small room, look at video screens, praying to God they're the first one that catches a glimpse of alien boobs.
They're out there.
We already saw alien boobs in the Howard the Duck movie.
Oh, that totally doesn't count.
They were duck boobs.
They were duck boobs.
There's no getting rid of them. Once you've seen them, you will never unsee them.
And see, and that is why chicken breasts don't have nipples.
Mm-hmm.
Because they poke holes in the packaging.
Speaking of space, the SpaceX rocket has been launched to put the first all-electric communication satellites into orbit. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
And then we'll take it higher. Oh, oh!
Oh my god.
Look, we were little kids in the 80s. Remember the 80s. This is why I was somewhat disappointed by Watchmen, because I know what the 80s was like, and that was not the 80s.
Not my baby.
Speaking of things from the 80s, it turns out that somebody had actually very nearly accurately predicted the mass of the Higgs boson particle. A genius, a philosopher known to many as Homer Simpson. Turns out an episode of The Simpsons back in 1998, there's a math equation on the board that is dangerously close to the actual mass of the Higgs boson particle. For those who don't know, The Simpsons for the longest time has been written by like science and math geeks and just straight up geniuses, like guys that make MIT people look stupid. So there are math jokes in every episode that you kind of have to be a hardcore math geek to even see they're there without the help of a crack.com article.
Point.
I may have used the article. Several of them. Still, nowhere near as impressive as all the innovative things that came out of the Donald the Duck comic. And no, that's not a joke. I may have also learned that from a crack.com article. Moving on. Miscellaneous little things where we don't have a category for them. We just find them, we put them up there for your entertainment. For starters, remembering the moment that literally made me cry on screen. It turns out in Canada, they have developed a habit of spocking President Laurier on the $5 Canadian bill. The Bank of Canada has decided that this is not illegal.
Awesome.
For those who don't know, to do literally anything to an American bill is considered treason. So
It's
Canada's
not
awesome.
treason.
It's a felony.
Sorry, I couldn't make my court date for some treason. Anyway.
Bunch.
Speaking of other countries that are awesome, if you happen to be in a certain hotel in Taiwan, be sure to get the Batman room.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing says educated businessman than taking your hooker back to the Batman room.
Dude, do not tell me for a second you do not want to fuck a woman with the huge fat signal on the headboard right there.
Been there, done that.
Personally, I was surprised they found out they had an Aquaman room, and the Aquaman room looks awesome. I actually think it looks better than the Batman room.
Been there, done that. I've had sex while listening to the orchestral soundtrack from the original 1989 Batman, and kept in time.
Okay. One day I'll live my dream of defiling the Batmobile. Anyway. Oh, shut up, John. I'm never playing a game of I Never with you.
Nobody plays that with me.
It'll be like that one episode of Family Guy where they almost killed
Glenn.
alcohol poisoning.
Oh, dear God. Come on, guys.
Harrison Ford has recently had a plane crash, but he was injured, but he went to the hospital. He's doing okay. Recovery is expected. He is fine. As we all know, Indiana Jones just has a habit of surviving some very freaky, dangerous shit. It's what he does.
I was actually really disappointed in the internet in this one because I saw a lot of Star Wars jokes, but very few fly yes, land no jokes from Indiana Jones.
I like the one where they show like some people carrying around Han Solo and carbonite.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking, we mentioned earlier, Legend of Korra Book 4. The very first piece of actual official Korrasami art has been put up in display in some museum. That was actually an exhibition for Avatar: Last Airbender and Legend of Korra art. An actual official artist for the series has drawn a picture of Korra and Sasami going on their very first date together. It's adorable.
It is.
It also establishes Korra as the masculine one in the relationship.
Let's call it what it is, the butch.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sasami will just have to remain the catcher in the rye. Anyway.
Must kill Lennon.
Ugh. And just as the Legend of Korra stole our hearts, it turns out uTorrent is stealing our Bitcoin. As their software is full of malware, that will do just that.
Well, their newest update will. I mean, older versions, not so much. They don't have that particular malware, but the newest update, is full of Bitcoin miners.
Explain again what Bitcoin is. I didn't bother looking that up.
I really don't know. It's one of the things I remember hearing about it years ago and just not caring.
I'm wondering if that's like one of if that's just the money for, money for a video game world, like for a big MMORPG. Instead you want money to use that.
No. It's not gold farming. No, it's an actual internet currency.
Okay.
It's beyond me. I don't really care.
I know what you do care about, though. The zombie apocalypse.
I know. Fascinating. Did anyone play with that map?
No.
No.
I haven't had the chance to, but I did get I got a brief look at it.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. Basically, scientists at Cornell have developed a simulation map for the zombie apocalypse. Basically, what it is you can set, the bite to infection ratio. You can set the amount of, let's say, the average amount of time it takes for a zombie to walk a mile. And then you can add the step draw ratio, which is, how many steps, away from a zombie it takes, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Then you place down a couple of zombies, and it'll literally run the numbers and show you how the zombie infection will go, depending on where you place your first zombies.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Crazy.
The funny thing I noticed is, the further away from a major metropolitan area, the longer it will take to really gain speed.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Less.
Obviously.
Should be more interested in that. I've recently started listening to the We're Alive podcast.
I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's actually, believe it or not, full cast audio drama. It finished up recently, so I can listen to the whole thing back to back like I've been doing. Fairly hit or miss. I'm annoyed. I'm about somewhere in the last quarter of the second season, and not a principal character has been killed yet, and that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's fairly basic writing. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm interested. I like the characters. Even a couple characters I didn't like in the beginning, I learned to like. And I just like having a zombie apocalypse audio drama.
Indeed. I like having a zombie apocalypse running app. It actually helps.
And because we like to end on a positive note, apocalypse! No, seriously. Our final story for the evening, finishing off the bet that they made during the Super Bowl, in full Avengers Age of Ultron regalia, Chris Evans visited the local children's hospital in Seattle. Captain America visited some kids.
Huzzah.
Cap love the kid.
We salute you.
Strange thing that I want to bring up that I just literally discovered today. I was tooling through Netflix earlier, and I found one of my favorite shows from my adolescence. A little science show known as Beakman's World.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Everybody remembers Beakman's World, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I discovered?
What?
He's still working. You can hire him for birthday parties.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
Oh,
That's-
like just him, or like does he actually have some cast too? You get like a full deal.
No, most of his cast has moved on to other things, but he'll still come down and be Beakman and do science with you.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Or if you can make it a
Mhm.
Iron Man movie,
You have to-
that'd be awesome. Well, anyway, that finishes us up tonight. It's pretty quick, fairly scarce, but hey, we had a good time. We had fun. We watched The Sims die.
Yes. Yes.
Nothing makes me happier.
And we hope you had a nice evening. We'll be back next week, as we are every Sunday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
8 Central.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And normally I have a whole, let's look at this and that, and this is all stuff we're doing later. But you know what? I had to work before we did this. It was a long day. I'm ready to go to bed.
Feel ya.
So, I am your friendly neighborhood geekazoid, Evan Ransom. I have been joined by the Angry Leprechaun
Jawohl!
and Jinx, everybody's favorite geek couple.
Thank you for not replying to their name as they would like to see it.
JPEG.
Jixie.
Dude, leave the bad puns to me.
Jigsaw?
Jixie.
No.
No.
Yep. That's what I said earlier. You missed it. I call him Jinxie.
I have dubbed thee Jixie, and the Jixie thou shalt be.
They're bringing Jinxie back.
I can't take
No.
it back. I've already cross-stitched it.
No.
I've already crossed it.
It's already cross-stitched. Can't take it back.
She's right. It's on the internet. It's true now.
Mhm.
Fuck.
It'll be Rule 34 in no time.
JPEG.
So I'm looking forward to when they eventually switch your guys' genders. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be some interesting fan fiction.
You can go on a double date with Korosami.
You have a slogan.
You even have a slogan? Oh, jeez.
I stayed up until like
This will be
3.
a never-ending
Thinking
battle.
of that one. Thank you.
Oh no! I'll tell you when the battle ends. Right now.